Senior fitness number 1. Let's start off with the chair squat. So you want to make sure, the first version is you can have the feet facing straight. You want to have a little bit of a gap between. Okay, you can use some support if you need to. Don't push on the knees. You can push here. Okay, make sure that your neck and your spine are in line. So you don't want the head to be bent over too much. You want the neck and the spine in line. So, okay, I lean forward. Okay, don't have your feet out here because then you can't get up. Okay, so you want to have it comfortable so that your feet are flat. Okay, you lean forward, place the weight on it, stand up. Okay, don't stop here, right here. So, as you can bend over, make sure that you're not collapsed. Have a slight arch. You want the back in neutral position. So you're here, you're looking here, you're bending over, slightly looking at the ground, sticking the butt out, and you're coming down and sitting down, completely down. I lean forward, get the weight onto my feet, stand up. So right here, or you can be here. Some people like to have their elbows up. Okay, don't put your hands behind, you don't want to pull on your neck. Okay, you can be here. Now you can also do another position where it's slightly turned out. Make sure your knee and your foot are in line. Okay, you don't want the knee and the foot mismatched. So the knee and the foot must be in line. Okay, then you can lean forward slightly, coming up. Lean forward slightly, coming up. Okay, going back to the other position, right here. Okay, good. Now the other thing you can do is, you can do knee raises. So lifting up the knee, nice and controlled. You don't want to swing up and down. You want to have it nice and controlled. If you don't need the wall, that's good. Okay, take your time. Lift the knee, put the foot down. Lift the knee, if you need the balance, okay, don't lean against the wall. If you just want your hand there just in case you need it. Okay? Now, as far as the rep range, the chair squat, just do what you can. If you can only do 3 or 4, that's fine. Take a rest. Then do 3 or 4 again. If you can get to 10, that's good. Then you can start to do sets of 10, maybe 2, maybe 3 sets of 10. Your ultimate goal is to try and get to 20. Okay, that would be really good. But take your time. If you can only do 5, that's fine. If you can get up to 8, that's good. Then do maybe 2 or 3 sets of 8. And then slowly work your way up to 10. Okay? Right, so just continuing. Now, the way to make this slightly more difficult is you have a stiff leg. So now you lift it like this. Nice and controlled. And you can try and do it with one leg off the ground. Once again, don't try not to swing. You don't want to swing. You want to be controlled coming up and coming down. And you can do a small hold at the top if you want, coming back down. Very good for balance. Now you can also do calf raises, which are very good for gait, for walking, and for general balance. You can do 2 leg, 2 at the same time. While doing this, you can also get some hang time at the top. You can have balance if you need to. You can get a hold at the top and control the coming down, come up to the top. See if you can hold. See if you can balance and control the down. Now, if you can only come up a little bit, that's fine. Try not to do this. You don't want momentum, okay? You want to control. Make sure it's in the muscle. Come up just to where you can and come down. If that's all that you can do, that's fine. Coming up and coming down. You can also try and stagger it. So one foot in front of the other, slightly, and work it this way. Looking straight ahead, coming up. Okay, so once again, your rep range on this is 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 20. If you can't do that, that's okay, just do what you can. Same with the stiff-legged leg raise. Now, eventually, you can do one-legged calf raise. Just coming up, coming down. You can even face the wall if you like. For those that really want to test their balance, you can try not to hold, just don't fall over. You can have two hands if you need to. Okay, that's very good. You can also do a lot of these things. There's some exercises you can do on the ground. You can do the leg raise on the ground. Stiff-legged, leg lift on the ground. Try and have your toes up. Coming up and down. Up. You can also do the knee raise as well. Okay, lying on your side. Elbow in the ground, hand flat, leg out. You can do it just 45 degrees or you can do it 90 degrees. Okay, make sure that you can put the toe down and then you're lifting up. See if you can get to 20. Another one is just straight up and down on the side. Make sure you're controlling your neck. Your neck and your spine should be in line. Here you're working the neck and this is very good. You can do these as well. Do what you can and try and work up to 20. Okay, you can do the knee raise with the leg turned out. You can also do a kick up. Okay. Another variation of a lying exercise for this is actually the adductors. Okay, controlling the neck, supporting, lifting up. Once again, working up to 20 is good. You can also do it with movement here. A harder variation of that is to hold the one leg up and to lift the leg below. This is very difficult and sometimes irritates the hip. So you might want to put a pillow or something soft here. Okay, the other thing you can do is scissors. Okay, you can do it big, you can do it small. Once again, start with what you can, work up to 20. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, as far as ab work, you can do simple crunches. Aim at the ceiling. Okay, look at the ceiling, coming up. You can feel the contraction, coming down, coming up. Okay, you don't, going this way, you can. I find sometimes people, it irritates, it can irritate their neck. I like to come straight up and straight down. Okay, the other thing you can do is crisscross. Some people call it bicycle. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 20. If that's difficult, then what you can do is you can just do the knee, smaller movement. Okay. When you're coming up, so you don't strain, you roll to the side. Put your hands down, push yourself up. You can do the lean back, just like this. You just come back to where you can feel the tension. Now, in beginners, you don't have to go back far. You can feel that those abs working, right? Okay, don't arch your back coming down. You actually want to round the back. So it's different from the squat. When you squat, you want a straight back, maybe a slight arch. Here you don't want the arch, you actually want a rounded back because that helps contract the abs. When you come up, at the top position, you get a slight arch to stretch the hamstrings. Okay? When you're coming down, you want to be able to contract those abs. So in a perfect world, it would be rounded back, contract, arch at the top. If you want to make it simple, just go back, feel that contraction, and come up, even if you don't do the arch at the top. But make sure the back is slightly rounded so you can feel it in there, and come up. Beginners, once again, you can just go a small movement. Okay? Eventually you can work on going back a bit further. Okay, and eventually you'll be able to hopefully get down. But for now, just work where you can. Once again, do what you can. If you can work up to 20, that's good. Later on, there's another advanced version where you lean back and you do a twist. For those with back problems, I would be very careful of that one. You want to really advance and train on the basic lean back for a couple of weeks, couple of months even, before you start to do the lean back twist. Now there are some other movements that we can do. For adductors, another one, lying on your back. You can actually lift the head and get the abs if you want to, or put the head down or put a pillow there. You can support, it comes out and up. Okay, be very careful that this knee, if this knee is all over the place and hurting or wobbling, you actually want to be careful of this one. So only do this if you can control. See the way that knee is staying, this knee is staying still, coming out. Make sure the toes are up. Also, any movement where the leg is up, if my back is excessively arching, it's very bad because that's going to crunch the spine together. So you want to have, you don't want to make it artificial and push the back into the ground, because that's also somewhat artificial, but you want to have that neutral spine. If it's excessively arching, then you want to make it smaller lever, shorter lever, and then come down and up. Once again, you can stay on that side and get the kick. You can rest the head if you need to. Okay, just show it to you one more time, coming out. Once again, I come to the side, I come up. The other thing you can do is, easy version, swing the leg across, back, put it down. Swing the leg across, put it down. Swing the leg across, put it down. Now the harder version of this is to let the hands go and come here. Now easy version, you put the hands here and you can bring your feet in. So you're just lifting it across. See, smaller movement. And once again, you want to work up to 20. So it's 1 and 2, and see if you can work up to 20. You can also just do it straight. So I would have a slightly rounded back, so you can get it in the abs, and you can lift up this way. Now the other things you can do on the ground for the upper body, you can lift up the head, engage the abs. You can lift up the arms all the way, as far as you can. If you can only get to here, that's fine. If you can get all the way to here, that's good. Try and work your way up to 20. You can also do this. Once again, if you're stuck here, that's okay. Have a slight arch and a slight bend in the elbows. Coming up, getting a stretch on the chest. If you can get all the way down, that's good. If your neck gets tight, put it down. This one you can do alternating. And you can alter the position, palms facing each other, palms facing down. This way, you just want to be careful of any shoulder issues you might have, because it sometimes can cause a little bit of discomfort there. So just be careful of that. And the other thing you can do for the hamstrings is you can bend the knees slightly, toes up, supporting the ground. Once again, you can lift the head if you can, work the neck, abs, lifting up and down, up and down. You can get some hang time, hold it, squeeze the abs. Squeeze the glutes. Okay, good. And you can rest the head if you need to. Okay. Coming around here, and when you stand up, okay. You can also put a chair here in order to help you to stand up. The other thing you can do,